And recording. So, I actually had a request to do a band called Amaranth. I think that's how you say it. A song by the name of Archangel. And this is actually a band I've never heard of and have no idea at all what they sound like. I have their official music video queued up here, and it looks like they're part of Nuclear Blast Records, which is like a record label that I seem to enjoy. Like a lot of bands I've been reacting to recently have been part of that record label. And it looks like this was just uploaded on the 18th. So about a week ago, more or less. New album Manifest out October 2nd. So this is about 3.5 minutes. So I'm assuming this is going to be the single, or one of the singles from this album. Like 3.5 minutes is kind of like a good introductory amount of time to let me know what they're kind of about. But I don't foresee this being like too complicated or anything. This is just a taste. And I'm not sure where they're from, but based off the name, I'm going to guess like Scandinavian. Just going to jump right in. I'm going to stop it midway into the chorus here because I'm a little bit over halfway past the song and copyright purposes. So there's several things happening that are catching my attention right now. The first thing is obviously that drum, or that drummer, I should say. The drums sound really bouncy. They're really like high in the mix, but like in a good place. Like it's driving everything forward, like in a way that makes me want to like move to this. And I think I did. Like I went right into that. But yeah, the drums sound like great. The guitar riffs kind of sound a little basic, but in a good way. Like they're reminding me a little bit of the way Rammstein plays their riffs, but it's tuned differently. The guitars are tuned differently, and even just the electronic keyboard pieces, I think, like have like a German quality to it. Like not necessarily even like Rammstein, like maybe a little craft work, a little. There's that aspect to it, and again, simplified riffs and like paired together with like a driving kind of drum beat, sounds so good. That's part of what makes Devil Driver sound really good. Um, her vocals are interesting because when she got into the chorus part, it reminded me a little bit of how the singer from Unleash the Archers, I think that's the right band. The way she kind of sounds, it's kind of like a layered um, technique. Like it's a different tone that she has, and I think it's a little different register, but the sound of it is kind of similar to that. But then she also got into like a run that she did. The whoa, it had like a pop quality to it, which I'm normally not a big fan of with like metal songs, but like with the electronic elements and then just the sparse use of it so far, like it's not bothering me too much. And then the presentation's interesting. I'll get more into that in a bit. Let's rewind this. Very dramatic posing, very performative. That's one of the other things that I wanted to talk about is just like the presentation. It's coming across as kind of fun, which I don't know if it's necessarily what they're trying to get across. Like I don't know how seriously they want the imagery and stuff to be taken, but like it's coming across as fun. Like the get-ups, the dude that had the mask and then the sort of horns coming out of like the shoulders. I don't know, it seemed more playful than anything else, especially given the high registers of her and then the sort of soft-spoken, clean singing that the guy did at the end there, which kind of sounded musical theater. But in the context of the song and the speed and everything, and as a contrast, like it worked. It sounded good. They're just like elements that I wouldn't necessarily like on their own, but like in combination with everything else, it sounded good. And I understand like focusing on her the way that they are because she's obviously beautiful. But the like outfits that they had her in, like that, like one black, kind of like swimsuit looking piece while she's doing the pop vocal run, made me think of like American like pop. So like that, just the imagery, I think. And I understand why they did it. It's just interesting to me. But that's all like visual stuff, and that's presentation stuff. As far as the music goes, music was this was a banger. Like I liked this a lot. Like I can't say enough about the drumming. Like the drum sound, the way it came through, nice and energetic, bouncy. It just sounded really good. For 3.5 minutes, like this is a single, this is an introduction, so I don't know necessarily what the rest of their sound is going to be like, or if they have more elaborate material. So I'm definitely going to have to check out more to see what they're actually about. This seems more like an attention getter, like listen to us, this is what we can do now that we have your attention. This is actually what we can do. But this definitely had good energy, and I feel like they would put on a good show live. Like I feel like if I listened to this in a live setting, that I would be having a good time. So I'm left with a lot of like questions because I want to know if this is like exactly what everything they do sounds like, or if they have more to offer. And in any case, like I'd enjoy the hell out of seeing this live, so this would be enough. But I do want more. I'm just curious about the whole apparatus here. All right.